Let's talk about stress.
Let's talk about stress, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
But really, though, because face it, everybody has something that stresses them out. My name is Kayla. I am a stay at home mom to two.
My baby just woke up. Let's see if she'll go back to sleep.
My name is Kayla. I'm a 28-year-old mom to two beautiful girls and a wife to an amazing husband. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm just a girl trying to figure shit out. Come with me.
I don't know if you could hear that or not.
But Lord have mercy, my dog just farted so loud. Holy cow. Okay. Everybody has something that stresses them out, whether it be your kids, your partner, your boss, your job in general, your finances, your living situation, whatever it may be. Everybody has something that stresses them out. Everybody has different stressors in their life. So how do we deal with it? It is 2024, ladies and gentlemen. We are no longer drinking our stress away, are we? We are no longer putting off our problems or our stresses, are we? No, we're not. It's all about how you deal with it. So let's talk about what we are going to do, what I do to help manage my stress as a stay-at-home mom. First thing I like to do is talk it out. Usually when I'm stressed, I know I'm just overwhelmed and I kind of have to break it down into more manageable pieces. I talk it through with myself. Sometimes I'll talk it through with my husband or my therapist. If it's something really serious, I take it to someone outside of myself. But if it's just a slight state of overwhelm or just a little bit of stress, I'll tend to talk it out with myself more so than bringing it to somebody else. Great thing about you talking about your stress is that you can talk to whoever you want. You can talk to yourself, you can talk to your partner, you can talk to your cat, you can talk to a therapist, you can talk to a journal, or you can talk to your great aunt Susan that lives in Alaska. I don't know. As long as you talk about it to get it out of your head and hopefully out of your life as well in due time, getting it out of your life. It starts with getting it out in the open and being able to talk about it. We don't harbor feelings. We don't harbor stresses in this house. We try to get them out in the open. I try to get my stresses out in the open because I know that that is one of my best ways of diminishing my stress. After Ava was born, and Josh had to go back to work, I was borderline terrified of the stress that could be coming to me with having an infant and a 6-year-old just going into summer vacation right after the baby was born. I was terrified that things were going to turn into utter chaos. I was so scared. I got stressed out immediately and I brought my issues to my husband about how I was feeling the pressure. I was feeling stressed out. I needed some help kind of talking myself down a little bit to make sure that I had a clear head. And I had to break it down and realize that it wasn't going to be that bad. And if I needed help, all I had to do was ask. And it's not bad to ask for help. It's not bad to get your feelings out there. It's not wrong to talk about how you feel about certain things, even if those feelings are negative. You need to get it out there. You need to get it out there. Another thing I like to do is prioritize. When my priorities are straight, that's when I'm at my least stressful. And by priorities, I don't mean putting one thing before the other or things are more important than the other. It's just what is going to take up the majority of my time today. Am I going to be doing a lot of stuff outside the house, a lot of appointments for the kids, a lot of appointments for myself? Or am I going to be staying home doing housework, hanging out with the baby all day, or hanging out with my husband all day? Every person has different priorities. And every day those priorities might change. You might have a lot going on a Tuesday and you can't get your to-do list done if you have a to-do list like I do on your Tuesday. So maybe some things move to Wednesday or Thursday, or you save them for the weekend. It doesn't matter. It happens. We're all human. As long as you know what your priorities are and they line up with what is most important to you, that's all that matters. It's all about how you choose to deal with your stress, how you choose to prioritize the things in your life that are important to you. If you're making money moves and you're trying to get that grind to provide for your family or take a nice vacation or something like that, you're going to be taking more overtime. You're not going to be taking so much time off. Me personally, if my kid needs help with their homework and I have a sink full of dishes to do, I'm going to choose to be a parent first. My child is going to be my priority in that situation, because those dishes are still going to be there when she's done with her homework and I can get to them eventually. It's not like it's life or death. But my child will remember all of the times that I chose the dishes over helping her with her homework. So I will always choose my kids over housework. And my sister-in-law told me one time that I will waste my children's childhood, like waste my kids' childhoods, if I'm worried about my house being spotless all the time. And I truly 100% believe that. I believe that my house is in the state it's in, and let me tell you, I don't live in a pigsty or anything, but my house is lived in, and my house being lived in is a product of the experiences that my family and I have in this house. And I don't see anything wrong with that. If somebody comes to my house and they do have a problem with that, they're probably not going to come to my house again, just because of my personal preference. Everybody has different priorities, and those priorities might change day to day, and that's okay. Everybody has to change things up every once in a while because things come up and nothing is perfect, and things can change at the drop of a hat, and we just have to adapt to it. Another thing I like to do is stay organized. I have a calendar in my kitchen right over on this wall over here that everybody can see and access, so everybody knows what's going on with everybody in the house all the time. My husband's appointments go on there, my appointments go on there, the girls' appointments go on there, Quinn's activities go on there, and staying organized kind of keeps me in a routine a little bit. It doesn't work for everybody, but it keeps me in a routine knowing what's coming up, what I have to do, and if things change, I can write them down so I don't forget about them. On top of my calendar on my wall, I have my reminders app on my iPhone that I use for my day-to-day tasks like housework, stuff for my YouTube channel and my TikTok. I put everything on there so I know what I expect of myself every day. And like I said, sometimes I don't get all of my to-do list done. I don't get all of my to-do list done a lot of the time because things happen. Things at Quinn's school. So with the baby and her feeding schedule and still being on formula and everything, and then Quinn doing after school activities now that she's in first grade, it gets hard to balance the two conflicting schedules sometimes. They're not really that conflicting, but it gets to be a little much sometimes. But it's okay because I'm human. Self-care is another big one for me. My self-care is personally, I like to take what me and my therapist call a reset shower once a week. That is my time to do my 17,000 step nighttime / shower time / skincare / wash day routine that influencers will convince you that they do every day, but they don't. That's when I do all of that. It's my reset shower. That's when I'll wash my hair, do my hair mask, I'll do my entire skincare routine, I'll shave my legs, I'll exfoliate, I'll do all the things, all the self-care things. I used to call it a depression shower, but my therapist has me reframing things. So she told me instead of calling it a depression shower, call it a reset shower, because it's a cleanse. It's a reset of your being. And I love that. I love that she calls it a reset shower instead of a depression shower. Another thing I like to do is go to the gym. I work out. I try to work out at least 4 days a week. Hopefully, sometimes when I'm really feeling it, I'll go 7 days a week, which I love. I love when I get to go every day, but sometimes it's just not in the cards with different schedules and everything. That's a big part of my self-care. I love going to the gym. I walk a lot. I lift weights. There's just something about the feeling I have after working out that makes me really happy. And self-care for you can be anything you want. It could be as simple as doing your skincare routine every day, having a small skincare routine you do every day, to having an entire spa weekend with your girly pops and going away from your husband and the kids for a while, or going with the boys to a football game out of state or whatever. You just do whatever you have to do to take care of yourself, whatever makes you feel good, as long as it isn't making any detrimental moves to anything else in your life. Self-care only works when you're taking care of yourself, and ignoring your bills, ignoring your responsibilities just because self-care is not self-care. I'm sorry. I love you all. I love a spa day and a serotonin shopping spree just as much as anybody else, but I also know my limits. I know that I can't have a serotonin shopping spree every weekend because it's not feasible with my bank account. I know that I can't do a spa day, one, because it's not really my style. I know that I can make time for the gym and I can make time for my reset shower once a week. And I'm not saying that's the only time I shower. I'm just saying that is the only time I will probably shave my legs at all that week. Yeah. Self-care can be whatever you make it, but don't let yourself feel guilty. Don't let yourself tell you don't deserve it, because you do. And I promise it's going to be worth it, and you're going to feel better after it. You are going to feel better after self-care. And if you don't, money back guarantee, but you watch this video for free, so I don't know what to tell you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and having this conversation with me. I just kind of needed to get some things off my chest, and thank you for listening. Come back next time when I have another talk about some everyday issues that some people struggle with, and make sure to check out mine and Quinn's Spirit Halloween vlog on my channel, and follow me on TikTok at Gone with the Wyndhams, and I'll see you next time.